Welcome back to A Moment in History. I'm Seth Udinsky. Controversial characters of history are some of the most fascinating to explore because they really do come as a mixed bag. So the story of America has several of these, especially in the 20th century. And one of the most memorable was the golden boy of a 20th century American dynasty, a dashing young politician who served as a World War II hero and then became one of the most popular presidents in American history before his life ended suddenly when he was assassinated just over halfway through his first term in office in November of 1963. He is the infamous 35th President of the United States, John F. Kennedy. Now, Kennedy is in many ways the classic archetypal American icon. He was born into a large and rather well-to-do Irish Catholic family in the Northeast, the second oldest son of 9 children. Now, John, who was known to his siblings and friends as Jack, served in the Navy during World War II and earned the Navy and Marine Corps Medal and Purple Heart for his heroism in the South Pacific. Now, Jack had graduated from Harvard in 1940, and following his discharge in 1945, he had a big year in 1953. That year, he entered the Senate and also married his wife, Jackie, a marriage that appeared on the surface to be every bit the blissful celebrity union, but was fraught with rumors of infidelity, famously on Jack's part during the majority of their union. Still, Jack and Jackie were the cream of the crop in a dynamic political dynasty, and John's popularity grew where he was poised for a run for the White House in 1960 on the Democratic ticket. He beat out a very tough opponent in the incumbent Vice President Richard Nixon to become the youngest man ever elected president at the age of 43. Now, the Kennedy years were marked by a spirit of continued post-war optimism in the nation, but also with a growing threat of communism. Kennedy accomplished much during his days in office, including efforts for racial harmony at home and peace abroad. He successfully navigated a terrifying Cuban Missile Crisis, which brought the Cold War uncomfortably close to turning hot as Russia prepared to potentially fire missiles at the United States from Cuba, only 90 miles away from Florida. Thanks in part to Kennedy's preparedness and policies, the crisis never turned into World War III. Now, Kennedy turned a lot of heads, both in politics, entertainment, and in culture. Rumors swirled that he famously had ties to the mob, and other rumors told of the sexual escapades with celebrities such as the model Marilyn Monroe. These rumors make the events of his death even more fascinating. Now, what they don't do is bring any real clarity to the tragedy. While campaigning in Texas to prepare for the upcoming 1964 election, Kennedy was shot and killed during his motorcade parade in Dallas. He died later that day, leaving behind a country in mourning and his wife of 10 years, as well as 2 young children, in a mystery that to this day has never been solved. Thanks so much for joining me once again for A Moment in History.